Hi, everyone. My name is Julia,
And I'm Katie.
and we're the hosts of the Runways and Byways travel podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about destinations worth visiting twice. So, we both came up with a list of, I think, I have three. I think you said you have four. So, we're going to be discussing destinations we want to visit twice and why. Because I know me personally, most destinations, once I go there, I say that's it. Because I want to see other things, but I think there are some places that you just want to go back to. So, we're going to be talking about that today. Anything to say, Katie?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like when I think about where I want to go twice, there's not too many places that come to mind because, like you said, I'm kind of like one and done for a lot of things. But I feel like there's a lot of places that have significant meaning, at least for me personally. So it would be great to talk about those places.
Yeah, I actually, while you were saying that, I definitely think I know one of yours. And I think it might be one for me too. That'll be my bonus one. I think we're both thinking the same thing right now.
Wait, can you make your bonus one my bonus one too? Like, let's see if like it aligns.
I don't know what your bonus one is though.
Oh, I
Because
thought
I
you said you
think,
knew which one my bonus one was.
because I no, I think I know what one of yours. I don't know if it's your bonus one
Oh,
or if it's probably one of your primary ones, honestly. But I'm gonna make it
okay.
my bonus one.
Okay. I think I know exactly what you're thinking of, and it's not my bonus one.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Okay.
But we'll get into that. Let's not leave everybody hanging.
Okay.
The suspense. So I have my trivia question. Should we get into that now?
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, what is the most popular international destination for Americans?
That's a really good one.
Thank you. I came up with it.
I feel like I have a place in mind, but I feel like it's the answer to so many of our questions.
Do you care to share? I'm gonna
Um,
cover my face so I'm not giving anything away. Or
I
you know,
feel like it's the
I'll turn
place that
around.
I'm going on my honeymoon.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
And
But I feel like
you can't see my
saying that
face, can you?
seems like it's not that. I can't see your
Okay.
face.
Good. And we're back. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to give it away.
I feel like you
But
kind of did.
did I?
I don't know. It made it seem like it's not that place.
I didn't say anything.
You were just like, okay.
Well, I would have said that if you were right too.
No, I feel like you would have been like, okay.
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 All right. So I actually have a whole list. So I mean, I'm asking for the primary place, but there are other countries on there. I have like the top 10. So
Okay.
we can go through those at the end. That'll be fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
actually makes sense, that question for like our topic today.
Does it?
Yeah, because it has to do with like popular destinations.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wouldn't say mine are popular destinations. They're just places I've been to that I would go to again. Yeah, I guess
Right.
they're popular-ish. I don't know. We'll
I
talk
guess
about
they're
that.
popular in your mind. I feel like they
Yeah.
can't be completely not great places.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't want to go back again. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
who knows?
honestly, I don't know if I'll ever go back again, but because like I said, I am the type of person that tends to want to go to new places. And even when I do go back to old places, I still want to check out new places within those old places. So,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not the kind of person that likes to do things twice, but I could see myself going back to these places.
Right. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
the same way, but these places, like I will 100% go back to at some point.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, for
Yes.
me, it's like I'll go back there if the opportunity brings me back there. Like I'm open to it. That's
I
kind
feel
of my
like for
thing.
me, I feel like I would have said that, but for some reason, I'm very much like, I need to go back to these places. And anywhere I go going forward, I have to really want to go. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like if I'm just brung somewhere, I don't know if I'll be happy there at this point.
that's true. I think one of these places I'm actively trying to get back to. The rest of them, it's if I wind up there, I'd be
Right.
happy about it.
I'm very interested.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear yours too. I mean, I definitely think I know one of them. I'm pretty sure I know a second one, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
You have a chance of guessing all four.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, should we get into it then? Because
Let's get
now
into it.
we're
Should
all
we
in
guess?
suspense.
Should we like go like one by one and guess each
Oh
other's?
yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay, so who should
Okay.
go first to guess?
I guess I'll guess yours first because I already know it. Let's just
I'll know it.
get it over with.
If you're a listener of this podcast, you know what it is.
Yeah, so let's see if they were paying attention. This is your
Yeah.
pop quiz. See if I was paying attention. I think Ireland.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that your number one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say I'm very much though, like with my other places, I still want to go back pretty much almost as bad, but this has a very significant meaning, which I've discussed so many times, but I'll discuss it again about why I want to go back to Ireland. It's where my dad's from. So when I was growing up, I would go back there all the time for like weddings or just to kind of go back. Like we never went on vacation anywhere else. And it's such a beautiful place. It's like if you're gonna go on vacation anywhere, Ireland is definitely top. Like that's amazing. But as a kid, I feel like I loved it. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I appreciated it spiritually as much as I would now if I go back, especially knowing it's like this is the place my dad is from and just all the history and culture that I've learned as an adult. It would just be so amazing. And especially going back with my fiance, he's never been ever. So to show him my culture and just and like for him to meet the people too, because Irish people are so nice, so friendly, and I feel like his type of people. And honestly, in my adult years, like in my retirement years, like let's say like 70s, 80s, like I would love to just kind of that's kind of where I want to like end my life, like in as far as like getting very old. Um, just because it's just like I said, so spiritual, so beautiful. The people there are just the kindest. So Ireland will always hold a significant place for me. And I feel like, oh, and I'd love to go back when I have kids too and show them my culture.
Yeah.
So it's just like for like every single reason, I want to go back and like keep going back when I can.
Yeah. I knew that's pretty much what you were gonna say. I mean, what would you do there? Do you have like a plan? Would you go on tours or would you just kind of do your own thing?
So I actually thought about this and I just really need to stick to my gut that cruises are for me. So I would love to find just like a beautiful Irish slash like United Kingdom kind of tour. So maybe because Michael has also never been to London, which I'm just like not like desperately obsessed with London,
Yeah,
but just for
same.
like a day, just to kind of see it, just so he could see it. And then just as many places as I can, like along the coast, especially, there's just so many beautiful places to like see, pop in, pop out. I feel like it's the kind of thing like maybe this, like if somebody was going to get married and I wanted to like find myself there, then I could kind of go along with like what my family's doing, what they want. That's fine. But I think if it was a trip with myself and Michael, I would want to do a cruise as opposed to going with family, just because I feel like it's more romantic, private, intimate, and you could still see it and like still meet people if he wanted to, but
Yeah,
or
that's
even
actually a
like a
really good
group
idea.
tour. Yeah, but I think a cruise would be better because like I said, like I could see some of Ireland, maybe even some Scotland if that was included, just like
I've been
a
dying to
mix
go to
of different
Scotland.
things. Oh, you
We should
could
do that.
come. I would
Yeah.
totally do that 100%. Or like I'm sure there's other places too besides like that area that you could go to if you were going to do a cruise. So that would be really cool.
Yeah, so my thing is I want to do more of the UK. I don't really want to go back to places I've been to in the UK, but I want to see the rest of the places I haven't been to. And I think a
Yeah.
cruise would be perfect for that. And I have seen UK cruises, and
Mhm.
I kind of didn't really put much thought into it, but that's actually such a good idea, especially because my husband Donato has been wanting to he brings up London sometimes how he wants to go. And I really don't want to go back to London. I would not make a whole trip out of it, but I think a cruise is a great idea because,
Kind of like pop in, pop
yeah,
out.
pop in, pop out.
Yeah. And especially too, if like we didn't want to go, and let's say we are there together, we could just like hang out in the cruise, or we could like find a fun excursion that's not like the city of London. Like there's so many different options that you could do if you're doing a cruise. So that'd be cool.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should look into that.
Oh, I'm 1,000,000%. Like this summer is pretty booked because I'm going on my honeymoon. But
Yeah, mine
honestly, I
too.
think summer 2025, for me, it's almost 100% certain I'm doing this.
Really? Okay, yeah, we
Yeah.
should look into that.
I want to do like every summer, I want to have like a big trip, like little trips during the year and then big like European or international, some sort of trip in the
That's
summer.
my
So
thing is I want to have at least one big trip every year.
yeah,
So, I mean,
great. So
maybe our cruise might be my big trip for this year. I'm not sure. Maybe something else will come up, but at
yeah,
least I told myself I want to try to go to at least 1 to 2 new countries every year.
That's a really good goal. I like
Yeah.
that.
And it's
Yeah.
it's attainable.
Very attainable, I think.
So I already have that scheduled for this year, so we're good. But I want to start kind of thinking about what I have in the future so that way I don't drop that goal.
Yeah, I like that goal.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
So on your list was Ireland also
So
on it?
Ireland was my bonus one because I didn't really think about it. And then when I thought of like, what are Katie's? I was like, oh, of course Ireland's on there. And then I said to myself, I kind of want to go back to Ireland too. We've talked about this before, so I put it as my bonus one.
Nice. And I think for not maybe similar reasons, because like it's not the same like culturally, but I think like what are your reasons then for Ireland?
I just like the culture. Like, yeah, I don't have the spiritual like connection to it that you do, but just being there, it was just so calm. Everyone was so friendly. It just takes you out of the hustle and bustle of real life almost. I mean, I know
Yeah.
people have a real life there too, but it's just so
Right.
different from here, just the way people act and think and live their lives. And
Mhm.
I personally like it better than how we live here. I'm sure anyone that's been there can agree. It's just so calm and happy. And I'd love to go back to a place like that. Plus, I've never been to Northern Ireland, which I'd love to do as well. So that's on my list. And so if I go back to Ireland, I'd love to see Northern Ireland. So that's kind of
Yeah.
my reasoning behind everything.
I think you would love Northern Ireland because in Northern Ireland is where a lot of the really beautiful landscapes are. They have like these like cliffs where it's just like I can't even explain it. It's called Giant's Causeway, and it's one of the most beautiful places in the whole world.
Wow. I have
Um,
seen
they have
pictures.
that. Yeah,
I'd love to see that in person.
it was amazing. And then you cross this like rickety bridge, and it's just very exciting. And it's just so breathtaking. And a lot of those places are in Northern Ireland, so I
Mm.
you need to go.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
I, yeah, because I feel like in Ireland there wasn't like it was beautiful, but it was more like small town farm beautiful. I'd love
Yeah.
to see Northern Ireland with the landscapes beautiful.
Well, that's why I feel like if we do a cruise, like that's where they're going to take us, which is I really need to see it. And then I feel like those like small town little things, when I go back for like a wedding or whatever, is when I could kind of see that. So I would definitely recommend that too for anybody. But if you want to see really intense beauty, I feel like a cruise would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Yep, next summer we're doing it.
Oh, I'm like literally like if I wasn't doing Italy this summer, I'd be going to Ireland. Like that's how like much I need to go back.
Really.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to go to Ireland again over Italy for a first time?
Yeah. Italy,
Really?
I want to go just because I've never been, and that's also my culture, but I just feel like Ireland is a little bit more, I'm more aligned to Ireland than I am to even like Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that actually. I mean, I know you do talk about Italy a lot, but you definitely talk about Ireland more.
Yeah, I mean Ireland, I just have like a like you said, like even with the people, I just feel like such a connection with the people and like their mindset, how they think, how they live their life. It's very like simple, straightforward, kind. Like I just really love them. Whereas Italy, it's a little bit more diverse. It's here, it's there. It's like, it's like a little different.
Yeah, I definitely feel more connected to the Irish people than the Italian people, which is crazy because I'm not Irish and I'm mostly Italian. So that is definitely strange. But yeah, it's just the people are just so warm and friendly. Like you can't not feel connected to them.
Yeah. Like unless you like hate friendly, kind people,
Right?
which I really, yeah, most people don't. I feel like it's very easy to feel like home in Ireland,
Yeah,
even
you
if you're
feel at
not
home.
Irish. They want you to feel at home. Like they don't have that kind of ego where it's like, what are you doing here? They're like, oh my gosh, you're from America. That's so cool. Tell me all about it. Like they love to like get to know new people. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
loved about it. And just even the I don't want to I don't know if scenery is the right word because it wasn't like crazy scenery, but it was just like peaceful scenery. It just like the open
Vibes.
fields and yeah, vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just very pleasant. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think we
think it's
could.
also a place to go if you feel like you're on like hard times and you're like, I need to seek like meaning. I feel like Ireland would be such a good place for that.
Yeah, I agree. Just connect with yourself in the fields.
Connect with yourself, and then the people that you meet, you're like, wow, like people can be really kind, and it's just, yeah,
Yeah, I 100% agree.
yeah.
I think
So
if I'm ever
definitely.
going through another crisis and have some money in my pocket, that's where I'll be.
Yeah. Yeah, Ireland's not cheap to get to.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more expensive places to get to than Ireland, but yeah, it's certainly not cheap.
Yeah.
But maybe with a cruise, we'll see.
Yeah. I feel like if we find a cruise that's pretty affordable, all you have to do is find a way to get there, and then you're there.
Yeah, if we go during a somewhat off season, we might be able to get some good flights, or if we
Yeah, or
just
even if
book
we
them at the
don't
right
go
time.
straight to Ireland, like if we're gonna go instead to like Scotland or UK, like maybe like there'd be better deals for that. I don't know. We'd
Yeah,
have to look into it.
definitely. Yeah, we'll do our research and maybe we'll have a podcast episode planning that trip.
I was literally like, remember we have to do that plan our trip with us? We should
Yes.
totally do that with Ireland. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I think that's a good
Yeah.
idea, especially because we know a little bit about Ireland already, so it wouldn't be like starting from zero because that would be kind of embarrassing. Like we don't know
Yeah.
anything. But
Yeah. And we know about cruises too. So it's like we
yeah,
kind of know, like it would be really, and like they could hear the way we talk and like what we want to do. So that would be really cool.
that's a perfect episode. You
Yeah.
just witnessed history in the making.
Wow. Oh my God. I got
Yeah.
chills.
Yes. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I totally feel it. I
Yeah.
totally see us there. Oh, and especially too, we both have like kids. Like obviously we're gonna leave them at home, or maybe I'll bring mine. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, Kiara's Irish. It's her culture too, in a way.
Who's Irish? Donato?
Yeah. Donato's Irish.
Oh.
He's like half-ish. He got his DNA done. I don't know. He's Irish though. I mean,
Nice.
he
So
looks very Irish.
I don't know. I just always view him as more Italian.
Really? Well, that's because like his name and his last name, but
Donato and
he's
yeah.
really not that Italian. Like his dad's family is Italian, but when you break down his DNA, he's actually way more like Irish, Scottish, all that than Italian.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's never been there either.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just love showing people Ireland. It's just so amazing.
You should become an Irish tour guide.
Maybe that's what I'll do when I move there when I'm
Yeah,
old.
I think that would be good for you.
You know what I'd actually like to do? Because I was kind of thinking like towards the end of my career, I would love to be a college professor teaching teachers how to teach. Like if I had like a really versatile career and like that's the last thing I do. So that
Uh-huh.
would actually be so cool if I did that in Ireland, even though the education system's different, but like if I could find a way, that'd be cool.
Yeah, don't you need to know that language
That's only in
or
primary school. That's why I wouldn't be a
okay.
teacher there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But as a professor, and if I was only focusing on like teaching to teachers, I
Yeah,
think that
that
would
could
be
work.
work. I have a dream.
Have a dream.
Yes.
I mean, it's attainable. I mean, I don't know what their degrees are in comparison to ours, but I mean, people come over from there and use their degrees here, so I can't see why you wouldn't be able to use your degree there.
Exactly. And plus, it's not even going to be for another, like, how old am I? 26, like 40 years. So I'm sure
Yeah.
things will change and shift and grow. So who knows? But I'll put it out there.
Yeah. Manifest.
Exactly.
All right, so should we talk about the next one?
Yes. So let me guess what it is for you.
Okay.
This one's hard. Oh, I know. I know. Japan.
Yeah, that was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do really want to go back to Japan. I would honestly go back and do all the things I already did. I would do them again. Just because
Mm,
it kind of it's not as peaceful as Ireland, obviously, but it does have an aura of peace to it, which I like. It's just a very peaceful culture, and it's just so, so different than the United States that you could just really appreciate it so much that it's just a complete 180.
mm.
And Donato's never been there. He'd love to go. And we were also talking about doing Disney there because they have a great Disney in Tokyo, and I didn't get to do it. And we were kind of talking about trying to do like every Disney in the world. So I think that would be a really awesome thing. We could bring Kiara, my daughter, and just have a really nice time if you and Michael want to come.
Well, you know what? I actually would love to go to Japan summer of 2026.
Uh-huh.
So the year after Ireland, like that would be the international trip I would like to plan.
Really? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd be really nice because we wanted to do Japan and China. We wanted to do the because we wanted to do Disney in China also.
Mhm.
So just because while we're over there, might as well,
Mhm.
just hit all those things. So I think that'd be
Yeah.
really fun. Because yeah, it's just I know Michael's like obsessed with Japan and it's just a really nice culture. You do kind of feel like an outsider in a way because obviously we look different than them and they're like we stick out like a sore thumb. We don't speak Japanese. But
Mhm.
beyond that, it's just they're just such like a peaceful people. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see them because I've just heard like they have such high regard for respect and class and all this. Like I want to see them in action, you know?
An interesting way to say that.
Yeah. Like I want to see like because I just hear so much about it that I want to see like their cities. I know they're super like advanced.
Yes,
So
that's what I
I
love. Like
just need to see it.
I was watching a comedy show the other day, and what he said was actually so true. He was talking about Japan and like with regards to like the high tech and like especially their bathrooms. And he
Mm.
said a joke that it really funny because how true it is. You walk out of the bathroom cleaner than you walked in. Like normally when you walk into a public bathroom, you walk out and you're like disgusted and you're like, ew, that was terrible. But Japan, you walk in like you walk out completely refreshed and feeling so good. Like you don't feel dirty coming out of a public bathroom. You feel great.
That's what I like. I want to see the difference because I feel like in America they just kind of let things like get really gross and they don't care. And I know like Japanese culture is not like that. They're very into cleanliness and like I said, like, respect and all that. So I'm just like I want to see that. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah, no, you could lick a floor in a public bathroom in Japan.
Oh,
They're so clean and so high tech and it's just so cool.
yeah. I really need to see that. I mean, I would personally want to do a cruise just so I could see like different Japanese cities and like, whatever would be included in it. But
I would also
yeah.
totally be open to that, especially having stayed in Japan and knowing that it can be a little stressful because of the language barrier and just not knowing where you're going and it's not super pleasant if you're not on a tour. But I
Mhm.
think with a cruise, it would just take me where I need to go. I don't really need to worry about getting lost or trying to figure out how to get places. So if I were to go back, I would either do an organized tour or I would do a cruise. I would never go back on my own accord.
Right. Which even
Yeah.
the first time you weren't like you were part of a group.
I was
So,
part of a group and I would do it again. I don't think there's any way to do it without a group. And I mean, I know people have, but for me, it's just that's a very stressful vacation.
yeah. And you already know so much, I feel, about the culture. And I mean, I know you were trying to learn Japanese. You ended up learning Chinese, but
So yeah, so I was trying to learn Japanese and then I realized that Japanese and Chinese share a lot of characters. So I was like, I might as well just learn Chinese and then I could go off that to learn Japanese, but then they're both so hard. You can't learn both. I mean, you can, but so then I kind of just
yeah.
jumped into Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool that you already have that kind of knowledge. I mean, not that that's Japanese is Chinese, but like similar characters, which is pretty cool.
I did learn the Japanese alphabet. I forgot it, but I could learn it again.
Mm.
So that's possible. And yeah, I
Um,
am already familiar with the culture. I think they have such an interesting culture. Just
mhm.
be like the history, it's just so beautiful. And the buildings that they have, I'd love to see them again and really immerse myself in it more. There are some things I haven't seen that I'd also like to see. Like they have you I think it's a bunny island or a cat island. I forgot. I know they have a cat island. I think they might also have a bunny island, which I just think is so cool. It's just an island full of cats and bunnies. Not
Yeah,
together. They're separate. But I just find that really cool. I know you don't care, but
cool.
you do find that cool?
Cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Not like sitting here like, oh, but I'm like, it's cool.
yeah. Yeah. I know you're like not into animals, but
My gosh.
yeah.
Everyone is so rude about me not being into animals. Like, I don't want to like hurt animals. I'm just like not like up. Like, and then everyone's so surprised because then when I see a dog or see a cat and I pet it and everyone's like, you're petting it? And I'm like, I don't hate them.
Yeah, that was my
They're just,
reaction when I saw you being nice to a dog too. I was like, oh,
see, I'm very kind to dogs. I'm not just like, oh my God, like this doggy do, but I'm like, hello. Like, I'll
okay.
say hi.
Like cordial.
I'm very cordial. I'm very friendly. Just because I
Yeah.
don't want one,
See,
I don't know.
I feel like that's a weird in between. Like, because I feel like there's people that hate animals, there's people that love animals, but I feel like you don't meet too many people who are the in between. So
That is true.
it's just strange. It's like, how does your brain work?
That is actually so true. Maybe that's why people are confused because I'll see a dog and I'll be like, hello, dog. And I'm like petting it. And they're like, oh, like you like dogs? And I'm like, they're okay. And everyone's like, but you're just petted one. It's like their
Yeah,
brain
it's
can't
odd.
comprehend.
I
Yeah,
don't get it. Yeah, my brain can't make that connection.
it's true actually. Because everybody says that to me
Yeah.
about like any kind of animal. I'm like, oh, cute. I don't know.
Is Michael the same way? Because I know he doesn't want
He
pets.
is the same way, actually. Because he will also be friendly to a dog, and then you ask him about. He actually is a little bit more anti-dog than I am,
Really?
only because he has a traumatic experience where he
Okay.
almost died from a dog.
Okay, that's
So that
fair.
is the only reason, and that's why we fit so well together. Yeah, he like his ball went to the next door neighbor's house, and he climbed the fence, and a Rottweiler um almost got him.
Oh, that's scary. Yeah. Especially as a
Yeah, and
kid.
he was very young. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was very, very scared. So even to this day, like with big dogs, he feels that fear. So that's why I'm really happy. Like if he was so pro dog, it might have a toll on our relationship because I'm not.
Yeah, I couldn't see you being with someone that's very pro dog.
Even their personality, like, people who are pro dog, they have a very specific personality and it's just like not mine.
Yeah. I've gotten less pro dog. Like I still love dogs, but having cats, I've gotten less pro dog. Now I feel like I'm more of a cat person, but I just feel like I need something, which is like I definitely feel it's odd that you don't need something.
I'm pro baby.
Yeah.
Yet everybody thinks that's a problem. And it's just this is who I am. Instead of a dog added to the family, I'm gonna add like three more kids.
It's a little
What's the
more
problem?
work, but
Yes, but it's work that I want to do as opposed to a dog where it's like I have to walk him around the block all the time. It's like
I
at
mean,
least with
some
a
people
kid, it's like
enjoy that. See, this is why I don't get
oh,
you. I don't know. Like yeah, I don't enjoy walking a dog either, but that's why if I had a dog, I'd need a yard, so I don't have to walk them.
yeah.
But I don't think I'll ever get a dog again, honestly. I think
I couldn't.
that's why I like cats because they're easy.
Yeah.
They just
I
sit
you know
there.
what? I remember when I wanted a Persian cat, I would have if I was single, I'd probably would get a Persian cat just because I wouldn't have any babies because I think Persian cats are just so cute. But if I'm gonna have a baby, I don't want a Persian cat.
Yeah, it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, because Persian cats are a lot of work, but that's work I would actually want to do just because they're so cute.
The cat would become your baby.
That's what I'm saying. The cat would take the place of the baby and the husband I would never have had. But I'm okay with the way things have happened.
Yeah, see, having both, I mean, the cats are definitely easier. So like, I feel like I have three kids. It's a little
Yeah.
hectic around here.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you have like two cats, and that's like having three kids. So
Yeah,
technically you have like four kids, right?
two cats and one baby. Three
Yeah, but
kids.
I'm saying
I mean,
like
if you're
would two
counting
cats
Donato,
be three
sometimes
kids?
he's a little
So four
childish.
kids. Yeah. So anyway, this kind of took a drastic turn.
It really did. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back to
Everybody listening is like, I don't like Katie anymore. It
right.
always happens. Everybody likes me until they find out I'm neutral about animals.
I mean, I still like you. I
Yeah,
think your morals are questionable. Still like you.
I understand.
I mean that in the nicest way possible.
No, I understand. Everybody thinks that about me. It's okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
So you want me to guess you were
Oh,
second?
yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Savannah's on there.
Nope.
Really?
I did Savannah so well the first time that nothing can ever top it, and I don't want to try, but I would recommend Savannah to every single
Ah,
person in the world. Of
you're right. You have said that to me before. Okay, can I have another guess?
course.
And I'm only guessing this because you brought this up like an
I knew
hour
you were gonna
ago to
say
me.
it. I know. I knew you were gonna.
Charlotte.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, in fact, not only do I want to go back to Charlotte, I would love to move there. Maybe give me
Really?
five. Well, the reason I didn't move to Charlotte the first time is because I didn't have a husband. When I went there, I realized like the suburb was perfect for a family. but I was like, I need a husband to go here. I can't move into an apartment building by myself here. Like that's not the Southern life. I
Hmm.
can't move into a suburb and buy it. Like that's not the point of why I would want to live there. But I've spoken to Michael about it. He is 100% on board. He wants to move there. So,
Wow. So more so than Sanford?
yeah, no, Sanford was the place that I would have gone to being single because it had a little bit of both. But Charlotte was always my number one because of the suburb. It was just so beautiful, just clearly made for families. It's almost like a utopia of like everything you would want in like a southern small town, like friendly town.
Mm.
So,
I
and
want to
he's
go there.
so
I want to
about it.
see it.
I think he would feel the same way. It's
Yeah.
very similar to Lake Mary, except even more family, more closeness. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I actually have been wanting to take you somewhere in Florida that's like very similar to that or like similar vibes. It's like it's a mix of Sanford and it kind of sounds like Charlotte as well, just like or Lake Mary, just very like family oriented, like really nice, cute downtown, like very small town. It's called Mount Dora. I've been wanting to take you there. So next time you come down.
I'd love to
But
go. The only issue is, like, I would like to go, but Michael really hates heat.
yeah.
Which I understand, which is why like North Carolina is so mild. It would be so beautiful
Yeah, because they still
to
kind of
live.
get more seasons than we do.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. So
So I 100% want to bring Michael back to Charlotte. I went a few years ago by myself to see if I wanted to move there. And I was like, oh, I'd love to move there. But like I said, I needed a husband. And I'm really happy with the
mm,
way things are. Like, I think for, just like starting my career or whatever and like having kids, I still want to be by my parents. Like, I'm really happy I'm still in Long Island. But I think once I'm like, okay, I could kind of like move out a little bit, maybe in like 5 years, I think it's going to be so perfect because, like I said, small town charm, but it also has like such fun places. Like there's this place called Country Joe's and you do like line dancing, square dancing, and it's just like has like country shows. So
there's
they
a
have like
place
so
like
many
that
fun
here
things.
too. I've never done it though.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to try. I've never done line dancing and it's a big popular place here. It's called Cowboys. But
Hmm.
yeah, maybe one day, maybe I'll do it in Charlotte with you
Yeah,
when I come
definitely.
to visit.
I think you would like Charlotte.
Yeah, I think I would from what I hear. I hear it's very nice. I mean, I have heard some semi-negatives from other people, just that it's very like almost like ghost townish.
So I don't like the city part of Charlotte. There's like a downtown Charlotte and it's so like New York City, except no people and like small. That is not what I'm talking about when I talk about Charlotte. There's a suburb outside of Charlotte. I forgot what the name of it was. It's still part of Charlotte, but it's like outside of the city area. And that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it that place where like you met that guy where he lives?
No, I met him because my friend met his friend at the country place.
Yeah, I know you met him at the country place, but like where he lives, is it the town he lives in?
No, no, no,
No.
because this place of Charlotte is more considered like affluent, but it's like more like upper middle class than it is. And no, he lived in more of like a poorer area.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, this place of Charlotte is like it's like very
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really love to see it. I haven't really even seen much of North Carolina. Like I've driven through it. I've stayed the night, but really only because I was driving and tired. But I've never actually seen North Carolina for what it has to offer.
You have
So,
to know where to go because you could like drive to one area and it's just kind of like okay, but then the next town over is stunning.
mm, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
hear so many good things from so many people. Like, there's a reason why people move there. So,
Yeah.
I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, it's literally like exactly made for me for like when I have like more kids. For when I'm like, how old am I now? 26. Honestly, I'd probably move at like 31, 32.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. Like I
And
think I need some
especially
time here.
it would be like when your kids are young, so it wouldn't be so traumatic for them to move.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine. I think they're gonna love it. It's a
Yeah.
nice town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll get used to it.
Yeah. So that was definitely on my list for places I want to visit twice. And even if I don't go back, I just want to show Michael it because that was the place I really wanted to go and that I loved so much. And I want him to
Yeah.
kind of like why I loved it so much. And I think
He's
he
never
will.
been.
So that'd be cool. Nope.
Mm. Has he been
And
to
he
North
wants to
Carolina at
move.
all?
No.
Okay. So he's like
He
kind of like
hasn't
me.
really been to the South besides Florida, but Florida I feel like doesn't even really count. It's more like commercial where he's been, like Miami and Orlando, but
Yeah.
he's never been to like a small town besides Georgia, but it's still Georgia is also Savannah. It's like tourist. So
Yeah. So he's never really seen like small town South.
yeah, so I would love for him to see it.
Yeah. I think that'd be really nice for you guys because that's very up your alley and you and him think exactly the same. So
Yeah. So I
the
would love for him to
Unimind.
see it even before the Unimog. I would love for him to see it even before we get married if I could find a way just to go there for the weekend. Charlotte's really not, you don't need a whole week there, like literally 3 days and you're fine.
I definitely think you should just take some time for you guys and do it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. It's not a long trip.
Maybe in May sometime.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's my place that I want to go to twice and potentially live eventually, but we'll see.
Yeah. You'll definitely make it
Um,
back there.
yes, for sure. It's such an easy plane ride from New York. It's like literally an hour.
Yeah, it's very attainable. I feel like a lot of the places we're talking about are not super attainable, but that one is.
Yeah.
All right. So should
Okay.
we move on to my second one?
Yes, which I think is
Uh,
going to be hard for me to guess.
you don't have any more guesses? I think one of mine is pretty hard to guess.
Okay, I can I guess one?
Yeah,
Spain.
no. Although, yes, but no. I forgot
I'm
I
surprised because every time I talk about Spain, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get back there.
I'm surprised that I forgot I went to Spain. I forgot I lived in Spain. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I totally would go back to Spain.
Did we add it?
Yeah, honestly, that's like bonus number two.
Okay, great. That's
Yeah,
why I got bonus number two.
I totally would go back to Spain, even beyond the places that I haven't been to. I would just love to go back to where I was living in Spain and just relive the time I spent there.
Also, they have really cool cruises like Spain, Portugal, which would be really
Yes.
cool.
I would go back, I'd go back to Portugal too, but
Yeah.
not for Lisbon. I think I'm done with Lisbon. No,
Mm.
that's a lie. I would go back to Lisbon just because I don't think I saw everything I wanted to see there. But it's not a place I'd want to go back to, I guess. Like it's my thing is, yeah, I haven't seen everything there, but it's also not the kind of place where it's like, oh my God, I have to go back to Lisbon. It's just I only want to go back because I didn't get to see everything I wanted to see. It's not
Right.
because Lisbon was so great. But yeah, I would love to see Porto and I want to see that place in Portugal where they have I think it's like the biggest waves in the world or something. I forget what it's called. It starts with an A, and I've looked up pictures. It's really crazy. So I'd love to see that. And yeah, I guess I'd like to go back to Spain and Portugal, but that wasn't on my list.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you wait, so you didn't guess my thing yet? Did we start talking about it or no?
I didn't guess
No,
your
you didn't
thing
guess
that
it.
you originally put. No.
No. But yeah, those
So
are
I'm trying to
definitely those should have been on the list, probably. Oh well.
I'm trying to think of places that you've been to. I know for sure you don't want to go back to Italy.
Yeah.
Um,
Even though
I'm
I
trying to
probably am going back to Italy.
really?
Yeah. We like I told you we have that cruise booked and I'm not like super excited about Italy, but I mean, we're pushing it back anyways because the timing just doesn't work with where we are in our lives right now. It's booked for October, but we're not going. And yeah, it starts off in Italy. I'm just not super excited about it. Like Donato is so pumped, but I'm just like, eh, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But
Um, Gosh, it's so hard to. Is it a state?
no,
So it is a country.
it is a country. Well, you have two options of what you can choose because I have two places left we didn't discuss. Both of them are countries.
Not Africa.
Yeah, Africa's one of them.
Oh, cool. I feel like you've never really said like I need to go back there. I know you really enjoyed the trip. But I didn't know it was to that level of like wanting to
Because,
go back, really.
like I said, I don't need to go back to any of these places. It would just be like I'd be happy to wind up there again.
Mm.
Like if I never make it back there, I could live with myself. It's
Do you
just,
think like you are gonna go back realistically?
yeah, I do think we would go back at some point just because Donato is kind of in the I need to go back. kind of mindset. And
Yeah.
we're married. I'm not gonna let him go without me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would definitely go back though. Like I would be happy to wind up back there just because I think it's a different experience. Like safari wise, every time you go, I think it's a different experience. It's just not so much the cities. I think I got enough out of the city. I saw what I wanted to see. I could never go back to Cape Town or Johannesburg and be happy about it. But there are things in South Africa that I wanted to see that I didn't get to see, or that like the safari aspect, I didn't get to do Kruger Park. We did a private safari, and private safaris, you do have a better chance of getting closer to the animals, which we did. Like we were surrounded by 13 lions at some point, which is amazing. But I definitely think that a safari is different every time, and Kruger Park is world famous, and I didn't get to do that. So that's definitely something I want to do. Donato's done it, and he wants to go back and do it again. So I think there's
Yeah.
something to say about that. And I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to see Durban, which I'm like, whatever about. It's another city. I'd like to see it. If I don't make it there, it's fine. But if we go back, I'd like to see Durban. There's this canyon I didn't get to see. So there's just so many things that I didn't get to do that I'd like to do. And I just feel like there's always another experience to be had there because the safari is different every time. And you just hear these wild stories. I'd love to see the wildebeests running and like they like the stampedes of wildebeests, kind of the one that killed Mufasa. Love to
Yeah.
see that, except not die. And so that's really on my list. So I want to keep going back until I see something like that.
Mm.
So that
Do
yeah,
you,
that huh?
do you think you'd want to bring Kiara back, or do you think it's not safe enough for you to like, maybe not as a baby, but like at some point, do you think you'd want to bring her?
Yeah, definitely not as a baby, but I definitely think it's safe to bring kids because you're safe in the safari vehicle. Like, just don't scream, which a baby does. So we can't bring
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so I'm not gonna bring her now, but I'd say like maybe when she's like 5 or 6 and like can semi follow direction, I think it would be fine.
That would be really cool. I feel like she
Yeah.
would go back to school and she'd be the coolest kid.
Oh yeah, she's already gonna be the coolest kid, but that'll just add to it. No, but that would actually make her the coolest kid though. But that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want her to come back from summer vacation or like spring break or wherever, whatever break she has. And people ask her, what did you do? And she could say, I went to this really cool place. And
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my, Julie, you don't even know how badly I want that. Like when I went to Disney, I think I've told you this, but I'm not sure. I remember I told his parents, Michael's parents, and they're like, "What?" I was literally like, "I don't think I'm gonna bring my kids to Disney." And they were like, "What?" And I was like, I don't know. It just seems like there's so many kids screaming. There's so much all this thing. I'm like, I'd rather be the type of parent that like me and Michael want to go to Greece. You could come too. So it's like me and him are like sipping wine on the sunset. It's like, yeah, you're there too. Like I'd rather have that kind of a
yeah.
vacation with my kid than like be like, all right, we're gonna go to Magic Kingdom for the baby and he's gonna go here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather be like that, like we're doing our vacation, you tag along, but you love it too.
And they'll appreciate it in the future too. I mean,
Yes. I mean,
I
yeah.
do think you should take your kid to Disney once just so they don't hate you.
I
But
think to visit you and if you were going or something, like if like yeah, but I don't think I want to plan a trip around like my kid enjoying Disney, if that makes
yeah,
sense. Because
no,
I
it
think
could just
there's
be like
so
a
many other
casual.
places.
Because what I don't like about Disney is how people get so invested in it, and that
Mhm.
like it's like I just feel like there's so much more to do and see. And like you don't need to spend $15,000 on a Disney trip. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
I think if I was going to do it, I want to be kind of bougie about it. Like I feel like I'd be like, okay, like we're gonna spend like 3 days there, but we're gonna stay at the Polynesian and like I don't know about like the parks, like maybe, but I'd want to be like just like again, like
Yeah,
maybe this sounds
but
selfish, but I don't think it is. I think it's like I want to plan it around like what I want, and my kid's just gonna have to be cool with it because I'm paying for it. Like I'm not planning a trip around like what this little kid wants.
yeah. Well, the thing I was trying to say is like a $15,000 Disney vacation is not even being bougie about it. That is
Yeah,
actually the average cost that for a family of
crazy.
like 4 to go to Disney, which to me is mind blowing. But like I totally get what you're saying. Like if I were to do it, I mean I live here, but if I were to do it coming from where you were coming from, I would get one of the Polynesian bungalows, like just ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And then it's like I'm saving money by like maybe not doing parks every single day. It's like, hey, like let's just chill at the resort. And I'm not even telling my kid
Yeah.
about like Magic Kingdom. It's just like, no,
Oh,
this is Disney. Like, because I just see these kids are like screaming, they're high on sugar. Honestly, some of them are very spoiled. Like, you see it, like they're like screaming at their parents. It's like, I mean, I know I'm not going to raise that kind of kid, but that's why I really want it to be like what Michael and I want. And then
hmm.
you're gonna come and you're not gonna complain, or guess what? Like, you don't have to come because I'd go on this trip anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to take her to Disney, especially because we live here. Like, there's
You
no
live
hiding
here,
it from
yeah.
her. Like, I cannot
Yeah.
hide from her that Magic Kingdom exists. But I'm like, it's not going to be a vacation to her because we live here, which I kind of love about living here is that
Yeah.
Disney will never be her vacation. We can go to so many other places because we don't have to waste our money going to Disney.
No, I completely agree. Like, I think if I lived there, they could go to Magic Kingdom. But like, for me, it's like this commute and I have to stay somewhere. And it's just like
Yeah.
for you child, you small thing. Like, no, absolutely not.
Oh my God. You're going to
Yeah.
get so much hate for this.
But I don't think so though, because I never had that. Like, as
Yeah.
a kid, I went with what my parents had. And like I'm saying, growing up, I'm like, I want to experience Ireland as an adult, but I have so much appreciation towards my parents for bringing me to like such a beautiful cultured spot. They never took me to Disney. They never did anything that was for kids. They did it
Mm.
all for like them. And it made me appreciate so much travel as
Yeah.
opposed to like if I'm dictating, if I'm calling the shots, it's like, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. It's like, I wouldn't have appreciated my life as much. So maybe that's why I'm saying it because I had that and I loved it.
I actually totally get what you're saying because I mean, my parents did take me to Disney. I think we went twice, maybe three times, two or three times. But the things I look back on and the things I wish we did more of are the cool things that we did, not Disney, like Hawaii and Alaska and Italy. And like, I look at all those things. I don't look so much and say, I wish we went to Disney more. I say, I wish we did more things like that, like more cultured things.
Exactly. Like, all I'm trying to say is when I'm planning a trip, I don't want it to be like, oh, what does little Johnny want? I want it to be like, no, Mike, like, what do me and you want? Because we're the parents and he's gonna enjoy it. Like, what? Like, I'm a bad parent because I'm bringing my kid to Greece. Like,
Yeah, right? No one could
like
say
they're gonna
that.
love it, and like he's gonna just admire that his parents like are bringing him here. Like, so
And I think
that's
he'll
just
grow up to be a more well-rounded person for it.
yeah,
We're talking about
yeah.
little Johnny as if he's a real person. Like we're saying he.
That's what I've been keep on saying he. I know it's gonna be a boy if when I have my
Really?
first kid. Oh yeah.
I thought you said you knew it was gonna be a girl.
Um, it's very specific how I feel. I think it's gonna be a boy, but I think he's gonna have more like feminine energy. Not like super girly, but just
Uh-huh.
like
Like kind-hearted.
sing with me and dance with me. He's gonna be a mama's boy.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what I'm feeling, which is like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because
Donato's
I
a
know when
mama's
I have my
boy.
yeah,
He
yeah.
is.
And then because I think also like if I was gonna have a girl, she'd be such a daddy's girl, which I think would make me like jealous for my first kid. But if I
That's
had a
where I'm
boy,
at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is she already like a daddy's girl?
Such a daddy's girl. All she does is scream in
Mhm.
my arms. The second I give her to Donato, she's quiet. She's enjoying life. I'm just like, why? I don't understand.
That's what they say, but then they also say that when she's older, she becomes a more like her mom because she'll relate to you more.
Yeah, which I think is what I need. So I do
Yeah,
think God did this on purpose. I just kind of need to get through the rough patch where she only likes him.
right. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like and I swear to God, like whenever I think about my future kid, I always say he. It's just so automatic. Like I know it's gonna be a boy, which I didn't tell you this, but I'm
See,
slowly starting to be okay with it.
but that's what happened to me. And I knew it was
Oh,
a boy. I could not, nobody could tell me otherwise. And I have a little girl sitting behind me right now.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess you never know, but I just have a very strong. But he's gonna be such a good boy.
But
I
it was
know it.
so
I feel
strong
it.
with me too, which makes me think you're having a girl.
Interesting.
Because it was so strong with me. Like nobody could tell me it was a boy. I mean,
I
nobody could
felt
tell me
like
it was
it
a
was a
girl.
boy.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like it was a boy. I was with you, but then immediately I turned one day and I'm like, nope, it's a girl.
See, I never turned. I think I knew deep down it was a girl, but I refused to believe it because I was just like, I'm a boy mom. It has to be a boy.
I'm not a boy mom.
But you might be.
I'm a feminine boy mom.
Mm.
Like I'm like if my kid is gonna be a boy, he's still watching all the Disney princess shows with me. Like I'm not changing my personality and what I want to do by myself to suit his. Again, it's like the same thing
Yeah.
with traveling.
Yeah,
Like
true.
he's gonna sit and watch Little Mermaid with me. Like and
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna
mean
sing
that's what
songs.
Donato did, and he turned out okay. So
Yeah, I think very sweet boys do that. Michael's a
yeah.
very sweet boy.
Yeah, I think
I don't think he was
that's what the
crazy.
good
Like
boys do.
good boy. I want to be a good boy. He will always be
Yeah,
such a he's gonna be
such a
so
good boy.
sweet.
Even though you're having a girl. I think you're having a girl. You're not even pregnant, but I think you're having a girl.
Yeah.
Are you?
We'll see. No, I'm not pregnant.
Okay.
But we'll see one day, hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Yes.
Probably
Wait,
soon.
actually, it's so cute because my headphones are pink and yours are blue.
Mine are, oh yeah, they are blue. They're blue on the inside.
So it's like, what is it?
What is it trying to say? Yeah, it's like a gender reveal right here.
Yeah. And our shirts are both white, which is like so neutral.
Right?
So funny.
Yeah, he or she, what will it be?
Anyway, I forgot what
Yep.
the point of this was,
I
but
don't know.
what country did you say?
What is the topic of this podcast?
Africa.
I feel like this is like the most like free-flowing podcast ever. We're
And
literally
if you're a
just,
fan of us, then you'll like it.
yeah, everyone else is like, why am I here?
You know what? But I feel like people listen for personality.
Yeah, that's true. If we were boring, nobody would come.
Yeah, if we just like were strictly like and go to this country, it's like
Yeah, we have to talk about it a little bit and bring our personality into it. So you're welcome.
yes. Anyway, so we should move on to the next
Yeah, we also got
list.
to stay on track.
Yes.
So, okay, your next one. Is this, you have two more, or is this your last one?
I have a bonus one, but this
Hmm.
is my last like one that I put in my top three.
Okay. I don't know because I forgot that this was even the topic of the podcast. So,
Did I give you a hint?
yeah,
Okay, both places we have been to together.
New Orleans.
No, I feel the same
Really?
way about New Orleans as I do about Savannah, which is that I just had the best
Mm.
time and I don't know if I could ever top it.
Okay, yeah, I saw that coming. We went to this place together. Shit, I don't know. I didn't mean to curse there. Whoops. Because I have to mark this as explicit now. Or I could just cut that out. I don't know. We'll see.
It's so
I'll
funny.
I'll redo it just in case. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know.
Can I give you more of a hint?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a hint for the third one that's not the bonus one.
Okay.
Um, the third one is okay, I don't know if it's gonna sound like rude. It's gonna sound a little rude.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like I did not truly appreciate this place until you weren't with me anymore.
What is it? Where'd I go? Did I
I feel like that's a really big hint.
did I die?
You didn't die.
Until
You
I
just went
wasn't
home.
with you anymore. So I left
Yeah.
earlier than you?
Yeah.
What?
And you
No,
were
that
really
never happened.
jealous. You were really jealous when I did, and I told you about it and the great time that I had, and you got even more
That
jealous.
never happened.
It
Stop
did.
making up stories.
I feel like you're gonna be sad when I tell you what it is. You're gonna be like, I never want to hear that place again.
I'm not gonna be sad because this never happened. What?
You did not have a good time.
I did not have a good time.
I had a good time, but I had a blast only after you left.
I know. Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
I had fun when everybody was there together. I did. But when you guys left on the plane and I was there by myself during the day, like just like doing my own thing, like going from here, going to there, I was like, man, this place is fun.
I mean, I'm not really jealous because I've been so many times. I've had my fun, I've had my good times and I've had my bad. And I'm over it. I just don't want to ever go back. And I know I
Yeah.
probably will go back because Donato has family there and he wants to go back so bad now since we
Mhm.
last went. I don't think he loved Nashville itself. I think he just wants to go back and see his family. So I know I'm gonna wind up back there again, which I'm not like thrilled about. But yeah, why do you want to go back?
two different reasons. I want to go visit Tennessee in general
Mhm.
because I know you've said there's a lot to do. Michael's sister's in Tennessee, so we're gonna probably visit her anyway. And she lives in Knoxville, so maybe we could like, I don't know, rent a car or something, go to Dollywood. We could stay in like one of those cabins. I don't know. And then maybe at some point we can cross on over to Nashville. I love country music, so that's why I really like it. I like to see the country music. I'm not really a big fan of like the party aspect. Like I'm probably not going to be out past 10. Who knows? I might be, but I think it would be so much fun to like party all day during the day. Not like party hardy, but like, just like
Just have
kind of like
fun.
have some lunch and like maybe like go to like a country place that they're like I feel like I'd want to see more of like the singing and the performance aspect of it. And
Yeah.
Michael also likes country music, so I think he would have fun. But I think it would be part of like a larger Tennessee trip.
Yeah, I definitely think you should do that. I don't want to get too much into it because I actually think we should probably have a podcast about this
Mm.
because I've pretty much seen most of Tennessee. So I think we definitely should have a Tennessee podcast, which maybe we could do that next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not going to say too much, but I definitely see why you want to go back because I definitely don't think you've had the Tennessee experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had fun,
Hmm.
but I think it could be elevated.
Yeah, no, definitely, because there's so much more to do. We were only there for 2, 3 days, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely more to do. And I think you
But I
should,
bet you didn't get that one. Guess that one.
no, I didn't. I mean, I know you've said that to me in the past and I just like wasn't processing it. But yeah,
Not that crazy to process.
I mean, a little crazy to process.
Yeah.
I guess
Again, it's not
because
like for the nighttime, but
I guess it's crazy for me to process because I don't want to go back at all. So that's what makes it weird for me to process.
I just feel like I need to go back and make it my own. And once I have conquered it and made it my own, I can go. Like the whole state of Tennessee.
I think that's fair.
Hmm.
Because I think there's a lot of things there are some things I'd like to do there that I didn't get to do. Apparently, Tennessee has, I don't want to say the most caves, but they might have the most caves. They have a lot of caves. And
That's cool.
I didn't see any of the caves. So I'd really
Mm.
like to see the caves. But that's like a side quest. Like if I wind up there, I'll do it. If not,
Okay.
I'm not gonna be turning in my grave over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
I like to go back at some point. Cause like I said, like I'd want to kind of do like little mini trips during the year. So I think that could be like a little mini trip.
Yeah, I agree. If I went back, which I know I will, it's gonna be a mini trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I stand on that. I don't want to say too much though. I don't want to get too much into it because I do think we should have a Tennessee podcast. So
Hmm.
stay tuned for that.
Mm.
And should we talk about the next place now?
Yes. Okay. So I got Japan. I got South Africa.
Yeah, so
Give me a hint.
I'm partially regretting even putting this on my list, but I'm gonna stick with it because I do sort of feel this way. I'm just not entirely like my heart's not in it.
Yeah. Can you give me a hint?
We went there together.
Is it Austria?
It is.
Interesting.
I'm kind of on the fence about it because like I said, my heart's not in it. I really the culture was very interesting and I wish we got to experience more of it. I think that's what my thing is. I think we were locked away for too much and
Yeah, right? Why does it make it so boring?
I know. And I want to be able to because
Locked away.
I feel like it was a tease. Like me and you got to
Yeah.
experience it a little bit, but then I was like, I want more. And I didn't get that more.
Why they did that. We literally were in conferences way too much.
It's so much, like almost the entire trip. Like, why did I pay $3,000 to come here to sit in a basement and listen to you talk about being nice to
Global
people?
citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
It's
funny because I feel like the way I am now, just like hearing about global citizenship, I'm like, if I had to do that conference again, my heart would not be in it. Like,
no.
I would not enjoy it. At the time, I
I
was like,
mean,
yeah, whatever.
I didn't enjoy it at the time either. I think you enjoyed it more than I did.
I think I enjoyed it because I'm just such a homebody that I was like, okay, like I'm chilling. But me now, it's like, no.
Yeah. No, I don't think I would have enjoyed it at all. I mean, yeah. nothing has changed with me, I guess.
Yeah. But I think it
Yeah,
would be cool to see like Vienna or like that, you know.
that's also my thing because we didn't get to see Vienna, which like how do you go to Austria and not see Vienna? Well,
Yeah.
this is how. So I really want to go and see it for what Austria has to offer and not be locked away.
I feel like I get that, but I kind of feel like if somebody was going to go to Austria, I would maybe come along, but I wouldn't plan it.
That's also my thing. That's why I was like, should I remove it from my list? Because I don't think I would plan it.
Yeah. Well, you never know. We could totally find ourselves there, especially if I'm going to move to Ireland when I'm older.
Yeah, that would
It's
just be
kind
like a
of
weekend thing.
easy. Yeah.
Because I'd love to wind up in Vienna, but I don't want to go to Vienna, if that makes any sense.
Right. That
Yeah.
makes one because I feel the same way.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know if this belonged on the list. Whatever, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like it's worth mentioning.
Yeah. Honorable mention.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't include the same bonus that I included.
Wait, did we talk about your bonus? No,
No.
right? Okay, so let me guess your bonus.
I feel like it's pretty obvious.
It's obviously not because I'm stumped. Have we been there together?
Yes, but not the place I want to go to.
Hmm. Have we talked about this?
We talk about it nonstop. It's all we ever talk about.
Nonstop, it's all we ever talk about. What?
But like we're not happy.
Hawaii, Maui.
Yes. But maybe not even Maui. I was kind of thinking how cool would it be to go on a Hawaiian cruise?
Yes. Okay. So I know we talked about this a bajillion times. We're going to talk about it again. Yes. And like I said before in like the last episode and probably every episode before this, I want to see every national park and the Hawaiian Volcano National Park. I don't know what it's called, but it's on the Big Island. And I've never been to the Big Island. I don't really care to go to the Big Island. However, I have to go to the Big Island. So we, yeah, I guess we need to go back. We're doing a
I think that's
cruise.
going to be the year after Ireland. Oh, wait,
Yes,
actually, I also want to go to Greece. The year
2020,
after Greece.
2029.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I would like to go before I'm 30, but
Yeah.
we'll see. There's other
Okay.
places that are more important.
So for my 30th birthday, I really want to do like a big trip and I want you to come.
Mm.
Yeah. What should we do?
Should we do Hawaii?
Do I want
Like
that
a
to be my
Hawaiian cruise?
30th
No, because we
birthday
could
trip
like
though?
reclaim it though.
Yeah.
It would like mark the beginning of an era, like reclaiming everything that you hate to make it more positive.
Yeah, like kind of turning
New
a new
decade.
leaf, like a new decade, new experiences, but also the same ones, just making them better.
I think that would be really cool to say, like you're going to Hawaii for your 30th.
Yeah, I could get
But like
into
a
that.
really cool Hawaii one. Like really cool. We go to
I
like Maui and all these places.
I could get behind that.
I would totally be down. And January, isn't that like a really good time to go to Hawaii?
Is it? Let's say.
They say like that's like really popular because there's like waves or
Oh, yes,
something.
that's when they have the best waves in the winter. Is
Hmm.
January a good time to go to Hawaii? Say, January is the ideal time to visit Hawaii. Okay,
Well,
I'm
we have
open
to
to it.
reclaim it. We
We
can't
have
leave it
to.
the way it was.
Did you want to do anything big for your 30th birthday?
Ooh.
Because I mean, that's always been something in my head that I always wanted to do something big for my 30th birthday, but have you thought about that ever?
I haven't thought about it, but I definitely think I should do a trip.
Yeah. Where would
Well,
you
we're gonna
go?
be 30 like similar years. So if anything, I could do Hawaii and I can make that my 30th. And then you
Let's
could just
see.
tag along.
Is September a good time? Uh, September is a great time to visit Hawaii, but January is the ideal time. It says, so I don't know, because it said
Mm,
September is a great time, but it said January is the ideal time.
all right, let me think where I'd want
Uh,
to go.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to.
All right, let's do
Oh,
Hawaii for your
actually,
30th.
September is probably not a good time for Hawaii because it says September falls into Hawaii's hurricane season.
Mm. It has to be somewhere that's not Ireland, Greece, Italy, none of those places because I want to go there before I'm 30. So it has to be something I don't mind. Julia,
What?
I said it's a place I don't mind waiting for. Japan.
Oh,
That would be cool. Because I'm like welcoming him in like the Japanese energy for my 30s, you
I
know?
like that. Is
I like
September a good
that.
time to go to Japan? The best time to visit Japan is during spring and fall.
Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that works. Of
let's
course,
totally do it.
I didn't go during spring or fall. I went in summer. So, oh yeah, that sounds really nice. Like the bright leaves, like it says, like the red leaves make it really pretty.
I feel like it's like fits our personality. I feel like Japan would fit like my like nature, like calm, zen, and then Hawaii could be like crazy,
Party.
but then also a little bit of nature too, like beautiful, but also like national parks maybe.
Yeah, and I feel like that fits my energy too, because like low-key crazy, but also nature.
Like you could get insane,
Yes, I could get insane. I have the choice to get insane if I so choose to.
but you can also appreciate like nature and architecture and all that
Yeah,
stuff too.
that's a good mix for me. And then I think, yeah, Japan's probably a good mix for you.
Oh my God, Julia, we have to do it.
Yeah, we're doing it. All right. I feel like we need
Yay.
to put this in writing.
We're manifesting it.
We're
This is
manifesting.
it.
We should make another one. What was it called? A mood board or something? Or
Oh, wait, can we look at our past mood board?
I need
We
to
never
find
looked
it.
at it. It's been like
Yeah.
years.
I think it's on my laptop. We'll pull it up.
Oh, we have to look at it.
Yeah. And we should make a new one because I think we did everything in our mood board.
I honestly don't even know.
I
Like
think we
I
did everything.
forgot. I just remember we put brunch, which we did.
And
So
Hawaii was on there, which we did.
wow. We have to look.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll send it to you. I think it's on my other computer.
Yay.
Yeah, but anyways, this is a very long episode.
I mean,
So,
that's good, you know. People can listen at their leisure.
and it was funny because in my head, I was like, we got to make this a super quick episode because the baby's sleeping and she's going to wake up and she hasn't woken up,
That's so funny.
right?
Yeah.
And that worked
But this
out.
was good stuff. I feel like we got a lot of very important information out.
Yeah, we did. I'm glad we figured that out because I think we both sort of knew these things about each other, but not entirely. So
Yeah.
I'm glad now we know we can it'll help us plan for the future a little better because now we're going to Hawaii and Japan together. We didn't even
Yeah.
know we were doing that.
And I think it's really important to like speak these things into existence because they could like exist in your head, but then when you speak it, it's like more likely to become real.
Yeah, and I know we say that every episode, but this time we mean it.
I mean, what?
That like speaking out your intentions, because like making it a real thing.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know where
100%
I
set
don't
on
know what
this. Like, we're doing
you
it.
kind of said it better than I did, but you know what I mean. I don't
No,
know.
I know what you mean. Like, this is gonna happen.
My brain is fried, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like speaking intentions, manifesting, mood board, all that
Yes. Yeah.
jazz.
Positive energy.
Positive energy, exactly. Moral of the story.
Yes.
All right, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm glad someone does. Everyone else is probably like, she lost her mind.
Yeah, if
But
they're even listening this far.
nobody's listening this far. That's why I could say whatever I want right now.
Oh my God.
And I will. Yeah, we said a lot of controversial things this episode. Not telling your kids about Magic Kingdom, not liking
The things I'm
dogs.
not telling my kids about.
Yeah, this
I'm
has
not
been
telling them about sugar either.
this has been our most controversial episode yet. Me cursing by accident, which
Oh my God.
I may or may not cut out. I'm not sure yet.
No, but I bet I'm gonna get a whole lot of people on my side. Like, finally, Queen, somebody said it. Like,
You think?
honestly.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
know. The people I listen to, yes, because they're all about like you gotta put yourself first and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of extreme opinions. I'll say that. I think you might get some people on your side, but you're also gonna get some mega haters.
Okay, but then it's like then you take your kids to all these crazy places. Like, I'm gonna take mine to Greece and we'll just call it even.
Honestly, we should make this episode explicit and not cut out my cursing because we don't want kids to know about Magic Kingdom. And we mentioned Magic Kingdom in this episode.
Well, I don't care if kids know about Magic Kingdom.
You
I
don't want
care if
your kids.
my kids, even though when I was a kid, I knew of Disney and I didn't care because if I knew we were going on an Ireland trip, like I didn't care.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know.
You were cultured.
Yes, I was. I guess so.
Yes, I was. Yeah,
Yes, I was.
I wasn't. I wanted to go to Disney so bad. And every year I'd ask my parents and they'd say no. And then we'd go to stupid Italy. But I have respect for them now.
Stupid Italy.
Stupid Italy.
That's really funny.
But yeah, I appreciate it now. And I mean, we did go on like little vacations that like I don't appreciate so much. I mean, yeah, sure, it was family time, I guess, so I appreciate it. But I definitely wish we did even more cultural stuff than we did.
Mm,
So yeah, for those of you that are planning on raising kids, take note.
yes. I mean, do what you want. I'm just speaking for my own future.
Yeah, but I feel like, yeah, do what you want, but I feel like most people do it wrong, in my opinion.
See, that's a controversial statement.
I know this is like the episode of controversy.
I love it though. I feel
I
like we need a
know.
little bit of controversy.
Stirring things up the first time.
I like it.
Yeah. Honestly, we should just call this episode like the controversy episode. Like just
And
this
they're
is
gonna listen. They're gonna be like, "This is it. She wants to go to North Carolina. It's so
I
boring."
know. I know. Like, why am I here? I thought we were gonna start fights.
I like it. Oh no, you should name it like. But again, I don't agree with this. But like, just to like get people riled up, it should be like, if you send your kid to Disney, you are wrong
Oh,
in
like
all caps.
clickbait. I love it.
Yes.
I should do that.
And then it should be like Magic Kingdom and like an X on it.
That'll be the thumbnail. Okay, I'm definitely making that the thumbnail.
That would be so funny.
That'll get the clicks.
I mean, again, disclaimer, if you want to bring your kids to Disney, do it. I know eventually I probably will, but I'm just saying I gotta also do me.
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. So I agree to an extent. I think if I didn't live here, I'd probably be in an even more similar mindset to you, just
No,
because,
I agree. I think if I lived in Florida, 100% we'd be going to Disney like every weekend. But I'm saying like if I'm gonna plan my one precious trip, it is not to go to Disney unless I'm visiting you.
yeah, I feel like there's better ways I'd like to spend my time and money.
Yes. Because it's still gonna be thousands and thousands of dollars. I just don't want to. Everybody knows what I'm saying at this point. I think.
I know we've rehashed it so many times, but here we go again because it's that important.
All right. Any last words before trivia question?
No, I don't think so. I actually forgot about the trivia question because we just got so into things this episode.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, no, I have nothing left to say. I think we're just gonna say more controversial stuff that we shouldn't be saying. So
Yeah. I like it though.
I like it too. Yeah, we got a little argumentative this episode.
But not with each other.
Not with each other, just against the world.
And the world is like, I agree with you.
The world's like, I'm not even listening to this podcast.
It's so funny.
Anyways, okay.
Anyway,
Let's talk about trivia question. So I'll say it again. This is the most popular international travel destination for Americans.
it's so hard.
It's really not.
Like, I want to say Italy, but I also don't know. It could also be England because a lot of people go to England.
So I'm not going to tell
Um,
you the answer, but like I will say that it doesn't entirely surprise me. It makes sense.
France. Um,
Please
yeah,
lock
I
in an
don't think
answer.
it's okay. Let me think. I don't think it's Asian countries because I feel like people go there, but they don't go there all the time. Definitely no African countries. I don't think people go there all the time. Where else? Europe. I think it's probably somewhere in Europe, even though I do feel like that's pretty expensive. I mean, it could also be Canada. I guess if that's considered international. I'm sure people go there all the time, even though I've never been. But it could also be Mexico, actually, because I feel like a lot of people go to Mexico. You know what? I'm gonna say Mexico.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, you're right. You get a point. Not that we're
What a
keeping track
journey.
anymore. Right?
Journey to
I
that
know.
answer.
You went through like every country in the world to get to that.
No, because then I thought about like how many people have been to Mexico and like they're always going to Mexico.
When you
So
really think about it, I think every single person I've ever met has been to Mexico. So I think
my
that
parents have never been, and actually no, Michael's been. Yeah, my parents have never been.
I'd say like 90% of people I talk to have been there,
Yeah.
besides
I
your
mean, I get it.
parents.
It's close, it's nice, like
Yeah,
resorts.
like it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It
And I
does.
was like, Italy is a little too extravagant. I feel like not everybody's been, even though I feel like everybody wants to go, but not everybody's been.
Yeah, Italy is on the list. So I think I have the top, what is this, top 10? Let me see. One, two, three, four, five, six. I have the top eight here. And Italy
Okay.
is on the list. Do you want to guess just for fun where Italy falls on that list?
7.
Italy is number 4.
Nice. Higher than expected.
Yeah, do you want to guess what other countries are on there and where they may fall just for funsies?
Okay, I'll guess a country, then you tell me if it's on there.
Okay.
Okay. England.
It is, well, they have it grouped as United Kingdom.
Okay, UK, I'm sure is very high. Maybe 5.
It's number 3.
I was gonna say 3, and then I was like, maybe not. Yeah, okay, makes
Hmm.
sense. Is Canada on there?
Yes.
Because it's right here. Canada's 2.
Canada's 2. So Mexico, Canada, UK. That's the top
Okay.
3. Oh, and then we said Italy's number 4. So
Mm.
you're basically missing 5 through 8.
Germany?
Germany is number 8.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so even more visited than. Is it anywhere in South America?
No.
Okay.
Although you're warm?
Europe. Oh, Hawaii.
No.
Oh.
That's not international.
Oh, I know, but I
Yeah.
was like, maybe it's like different.
Similar
So,
vibes, yeah, but no.
oh, similar. Oh,
No.
Bahamas,
Well, no. No, but actually I'm surprised Bahamas is not on here.
right?
But similar vibes.
Caribbean,
It is Caribbean, but
Cayman
which
Islands.
no.
Oh, no, Puerto Rico counts as
I have a hint, but
DR.
yeah, I was gonna say it's
Mm,
somewhere we're going. Yeah, but
There we
that's
go.
too obvious. But yeah, you got it. And so
Nice. Wow.
that is number one, two, three, four, five, set. That's number 6.
Okay. So no, I still think it's number 5. Is number
So
5 like tropical?
you're missing number 5 and number 7, neither of which are tropical.
Europe,
Yes, both are Europe.
Spain.
Spain is number 7,
Nice.
so you're just missing number 5,
Ooh,
which
so even more, France.
yes, yeah,
I'm
same easy.
pretty good at this.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Thank you.
I mean, it's really just listing out the places that you hear everyone saying that they're going to.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially my students, they're all like, I'm going to DR, I'm going to Mexico. They're all going there.
And there's only one place on this list I haven't been to. So DR, which we're going to.
Nice.
So I'll have all of the common American countries checked off my list. That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting.
And then I think, what would you be missing? You've been to Mexico. You've never been to Canada. You've been to the UK. You're going to Italy. You're going to France. You're going to DR. You're going to Spain,
Going to Spain.
and you've been to Germany. So you're checking off a lot of that list this year.
I'm just missing Canada, which is like, is that really a big deal?
Like whatever, it's
I do
eh,
want to go to Canada, though. I think maybe when I'm like 27, I'd like to go.
yeah, I'd like to go I don't want to say I'd like to go back to Canada because I don't want it to turn into like one of those like it should have been on my list type of things. But there are places in Canada that I feel I'd like to go to, like Banff National Park, really pretty. And
I want to do like a cruise, like maybe like an Alaskan cruise or a Canadian cruise, something like that.
yeah, so my friend went on a Canadian cruise, my friend Sarah,
Mm.
and she didn't have the greatest things to say about it, but she gets seasick on cruises. She doesn't really like cruises.
Mm.
So I think, I don't know, I can only take her opinion with a grain of salt. I would like to try it, I think.
Be fun. I think like just to see the sights, and I feel like it sounds relaxing. Just like honestly, not that I wouldn't even count that as my international cruise of the year. I think I would just count it as like a maybe spring break. I could like
Yeah,
go to
just like a
Canada.
thing you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just something to do, you know?
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I wouldn't want to make it into a big thing. I'd want it to be just a casual thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like it I don't want to say it doesn't deserve to be on my list, but you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be controversial. It doesn't deserve to be on my list. But
I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't think it's like a popular like traveling. I
well,
think it's just something to see.
I think it's controversial to Donato because to him it's like a very like he looks to Canada like it's the golden destination in the
Well, he has a
world.
spiritual connection there because he lived there
Yeah,
briefly. I
it's
feel
like
like not
you in
everybody has
Ireland.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
That
it's
is
like
his Ireland.
and it's like me in Spain.
Yes. We all have that, you know?
It's true, we all do.
An unexplained I mean, you can explain it, but like a deep connection with a particular location for whatever reason.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense to a lot of other people, but when you know his story, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know I'm gonna wind up back there eventually, so I'm not even trying to manifest it because I just know I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. Well, if I'm ever going and if you could ever make it, I will let you know.
Yeah, and same to you.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah.
It's my cordial invitation.
Yeah.
All right,
All
I
right.
definitely think we should wrap this episode up because mostly because nobody's listening at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna say my spiel. If you want to find us online, you could find us at www.runwaysandbyways.com. You could sign up for our budget travel planner and newsletter by just giving us your name and email address. And you could also sign up for podcast notifications, and you'll be notified every single time we post an episode. We have travel planning services such as Choose My Destination, travel recommendations, and travel advice. Those are all on our website, Runways and Byways. For social media, you could find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and Threads, all at Runways and Byways. You could also find us on Twitter at Runways and Byways. So it's the letter N instead of the word end. Podcast availability, you could find us on Spotify, Apple, Anchor/Spotify for podcasters, YouTube, and Google Podcasts. And side note, I also found us on IMDb yesterday, which is interesting. I don't
That's
know
so
how
cool.
I don't know how we got on there. I just Googled us for fun, and then IMDb popped up, and we have a page on there. How cool is that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I feel like only like famous things are on there.
Yeah, that's like so professional.
Look at us, right?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a proud moment. Anyways, so do you have anything else to say before we wrap this up?
I have things to say, but I don't think now is the time nor place.
Oh, geez.
No, because I feel like we've said so many things.
What is that supposed to mean? Now I feel like I need to know.
No, I don't know. It's just like I have things to say, not like anything in specific. Nothing comes to mind, but I'm just saying like I always have things to say if somebody brings up a good topic.
Okay.
But I have nothing to say right now. I'll save it for next episode.
This has been a whirlwind of an episode. Let's just go.
That's what I'm saying. Just bye.
All right, just bye. All right, signing off. What do I even say at the end? I don't even remember because you frazzled me so much. All
Oh,
right. This has been the Runways and Byways podcast. See you next episode. Is that what I say?
makes sense.
No, that's not what I say. All right. Anyways, bye guys.
Bye.